Welcome back to Broderick Roadhouse with me, Zeph. We're gonna make some fortified wine this morning. Sangria is probably how everybody knows it out there. So we're just gonna start with candying some fruit. I'm gonna get a nice big bowl, and I pre-cut some 3 citrus, being orange, lemon, and lime. I'm just gonna throw that right in there. And I also have some apples. It looks like some organic honey snaps and a Granny Smith, and we're going to throw that right in there as well. Just because we like a little extra wicked kick, if you will, we're going to throw in some Hungarian wax peppers from Hank's Hens, and then I'm just going to candy that with a little bit of brown sugar. So we're just going to get our hand in there and get this all nice and mixed up, and get that fruit juice and the citrus and apple and sugar all just really mixed. So we get that nice where everything's coated with sugar. And then we can add our spice varietal, and today for us I chose a little bit of cinnamon. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle the fruit with a nice cinnamon wash. I have a touch of nutmeg. Don't want to go too crazy on the nutmeg, it's very potent. I also use a unique flavor that we utilize a lot here at Broderick, and that's smoked black pepper. We're just going to kind of blend that right into the fruit. And it's very important to make all these wonderful flavors pop when you deal with sweet and spicy, that you add a salt component. Not a lot, but just enough to make those flavors stand out. And because we're making a gin-based cocktail, I decided to add just some whole juniper berries, and those are going to get nice and soaked once we add our wine. Again, we're just going to kind of mix all this spice into the fruit, the peppers, and get that really nice and coated with flavor and sugar. Because we're making a fortified wine, you want to add some sort of spirit. The most common spirit to add to sangria would be brandy. In this case, we're going to use a little bit of Corbel. And you don't need very much, just enough to kind of wet the fruit. That way the sugar can begin to break down as you stir it in, and just a nice emulsion of flavor, bringing together all those spicy notes and the sweetness of the fruit, and along with the richness of the brown sugar. All right, so the last step of making sangria or any kind of fortified wine is your wine. So we're just going to add that wine right over the fruit. Now, this needs time to cure and for all those flavors to come together. So it takes usually about 8 to 10 days for a nice batch of sangria to fully ferment and come together. So we're actually going to set this batch aside, and we'll try that later here in about a week and a couple of days.